guys, welcome back to our channel, The Bisector. Today, the topic is going to be about sleep and intake of the food. By this video we'll be getting a brief information about what is sleep, why sleep is important, and what will happen if you do not take enough of sleep. In this way, we will be covering a brief information about all these things. Okay, without wasting any time, let's get into the topic. First of all, why sleep is important? Sleep is important because it will be helping your body to recover, it keeps your mind sharp, it gives you energy for the day. And also it helps to stay focused and stay healthy and feel good. In that way, it will be playing a major role. Without enough sleep, we will be not having such kind of good feeling or such kind of good mood. In that way, it will be playing a major role. So sleep is not just about resting. It plays major role repairing our body and the sharpness of our brain, and also it will be balancing our emotions. In that way, it is very important to take enough sleep and somewhat and focusing also on intake of food. Why intake of food? In a sense, if you focus on intake of food, then it will be automatically sleep also will be setting in a good way. Why? Because directly or indirectly, the intake of food will be affected on the sleep. So in this way, it will be very useful. So just try to somewhat take enough sleep. So coming into the point, somewhat if you take enough sleep, it will be boosting your brain function, it will be helping to memorize such things. Maybe you will be feeling in the schools or colleges that will be forgetting very quickly, like that will be somewhat feeling if you take enough sleep. Nowadays everything was came in a digital way, so in that way maybe what if we want to study also, we are taking pdfs or something like that in our mobile phone and we are studying. In that way somewhat it will be affecting somewhat our eyes, and in that way also we are disturbing. So in that way we have to focus. It also improves our immunity system. Why? Because when you take enough sleep only, it will be having somewhat or in background somewhat there will be a lot of things will be happening which we do not know. For that somewhat we have to sleep, and if we are in sleep only, such kind of things will be happen. So it will be enhancing somewhat focus, enhance our mood and also improve our immunity power. In that way it will be very useful. And also best sleep schedules for kids in the sense up to 6 to 12 years, they are called as kids. So for them it is very important to take 9 to 12 hours of sleep. And for the teenagers like 30 to 18, for them it is very important to take 8 to 10 hours of sleep. And coming to adults like me, so some for them it is very important to take 7 to 9 hours. In this way if you take, it will be very good. There are many advantages you'll be getting or you'll be benefiting when you take enough of sleep if you follow some kind of pattern. For adults also it will be varying from person to person. As I told, 7 to 9 hours it is very important to take sleep for adults. So even though I'm adult, even though if I take 6 hours of sleep, it will be very good for me and I'll be feeling energetic. In that way, there will be some kind of person. For person to person, it will be varying. Which I told some kind of things were done and proved by research. So I'm not sure, but for me, I will be taking only 6 hours. It will be very good, and very rarely I'll be taking 8 hours or 7 hours in that way. So take example, there is my friend, somewhat I have one friend. So for her, it will be somewhat for she's also an adult, even though he'll be taking 9 hours. If we leave, she'll be also taking for 12 hours. So in that way, it will be varying. For her, somewhat if she taken 6 hours or 7 hours, it will be not enough. Like that, some kind of variation will be there. So when somewhat you observe yourself and just know about yourself, something like how many hours if I sleep, how I'm feeling energetic or not, like that yourself should be analyzing and you should fix certain time. Maybe leave about the research or leave about the theory which I told, but you will be knowing about yourself. In that way you focus in that way and you stick to that. So coming to what will happen because of lack of sleep, if you are not taking enough sleep wantonly or without knowingly, there will be some kind of effects you may get. So most of the people will be thinking that few minutes or few hours of sleep is not a big deal. It will be not affecting that much, but it will definitely affect. Why I'm telling, because it will be already experienced. I hope so. Why? Because for exams or something like that, we'll be not sleeping whole night, like that we'll be feeling. On next day, after up to writing exam, will be in some kind of way. In the sense, okay, exam, I didn't cover this thing, didn't cover that thing. So in that way, they will be somewhat busy and will be keeping our mind in that way. So we'll be not feeling that much bad. So coming to some words in this way, after the exam, we'll be feeling tired and we wanted to sleep. Even though there are some kind of colleges, day by day there was exam, like semester exam or something like that. If today is exam, tomorrow is another exam, like that. For tomorrow's exam again night, do some, they will be disturbing the night, like there's so many so many disturbance will happen. If you do not take enough of sleep, you will be facing some kind of consequences. Consequences are not like small things. So maybe there are high chances to somewhat damaging your heart by yourself without taking enough sleep. In that way, it will be one of the disadvantages. So something like it will be increasing. If you should not take enough of sleep, it will be increasing your heartbeat, or it will be increasing your blood pressure. So in that way, it will be very dangerous and it will be not that much good. And also there are high risky chances of getting heart attack, heart stroke, something like that. So while taking enough sleep, it will be setting. So try to avoid to somewhat be for late nights. Feel that you will be gaining a weight. Why? Because if you're not taking enough sleep, there will be so many metabolic activities which may not done in your body. So because of that also, it will be somewhat you will be feeling that the weight gain will also happen. And another thing, the immunity power and your immunity system will be weaker. Why? Because when you take enough sleep only, the some kind of activities and kind of things will be happening in your background while you're asleep. Then only it will be good. If you're disturbing your sleep directly or indirectly, you're also disturbing your immunity power. So take care about your sleep, then you can take care about your immunity system. So also your productivity and your focus will be also very decreased. This how much it will be not that much good. So your focus levels and your concentration levels also will be decreasing. So your working style and productivity also will be decreasing, and it will be very worse, and you can't even imagine. Because of not taking enough sleep, these all things will happen. If you ask in that way, yes, it will happen. So maybe you may not feel right now, but because we are in certain age, maybe if you are belongs to my same age, something like in adult, we'll be not feeling now. Why? Because we are in young age. Whatever may be the things we may feel, or whatever may be the things which were coming because of our immunity system and because of our age, it will be not affecting that much. But in coming days, in future, after crossing certain age, we'll be feeling. So on the time it will be very bad. So try to avoid to take late nights and all these things. I'm not telling about every situation. There will be some kind of situation where we have to somewhat skip the sleep, something like that. So maybe example, if we had an exam, so our sleep is very important, I have to sleep. Then we'll be directly or indirectly affecting something like we'll be not getting good marks or something happen. If something happen, we'll be also feeling. In that very rare situation or something like that, if we disturb the sleep cycle, then somewhat after that we have to take some more time and we have to set that time, and after that we have to be in some kind of discipline, we have to come into pattern. In that way we have to concentrate. Also, not getting enough sleep can lead to poor concentration, weight gain, and mood swings. Also, you have to somewhat also many kind of heart attacks or something like that. So I want to tell from my side is take enough sleep and intake of sleep. Coming to intake of the food, it is very important. Why I'm telling in the sense, somewhat from before days to now, the somewhat the intake of food was totally changed. Before they used to eat some kind of good food and some kind of things, but nowadays we are focusing on so many things, but literally knowing or without knowingly, we are not focusing on intake of food. We are somewhat focusing on the taste and some kind of color or something like that. But taste, all these things not important. Maybe it will be considered as important, but literally there are some kind of foods which are not taste, but they are very good for health. Like that, I'm not telling that completely avoid junk food or something like that, but try to avoid slowly, slowly. If I tell suddenly you stop it everything, it will be not making any sense. So I want to tell, and my side, somewhat my point of view, slowly, slowly you decrease that. One moment you will be shocking in the sense, okay, slowly I have to somewhat know about the junk food, why it is somewhat, in which way it will be affecting. Like then you think you will be getting some kind of that much mashallah, that much what you call spiciness is not required to our body. So it will also somewhat the packets they will be feeling nitrogen gas or something like that. So nitrogen gas should not go into our body. So in that way, you relate in that way, you come into one idea and you follow in that way. So something like there will be a best time. Best time in the sense at certain time we have to sleep, at certain time we have to wake up. Like that we had a circadian rhythm. According to that, it is very good to take to go on the bed from nine, somewhat at somewhat 9 p.m. to 11 a.m. It is very better time to plan to sleep, and somewhat it is better time and it is very good time to wake up. That is 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. Already I had so much we had made it, and we had a video something like on what are the benefits, what are the advantages of waking at early in the morning, and also concept of Brahma Muhurtam. So just check out in our channel when you are free. Also, I'll be giving the link in the description. If you're free, just check it. In that also will be as so much I told in a brief way something why it is important so much to wake up at early in the morning. In that way also we'll be getting a better idea. And also I told a very good concept that is Brahma Muhurtam. Taking off enough sleep, it's okay. But taking a quality of sleep also plays a major role. Quality of the sleep in the sense at first you have to sit and somewhat a sleeping time and wake up time. In between, you have to calculate or you have to know what is the certain time I'm getting sleep. Like that, certain sleep, as I told, for your body or for yourself, how much time and how much hours is required. Like that, you take. In worst condition, we can't do anything, but as possible as take enough sleep and take a quality of sleep. So, for getting a quality of sleep, you have to do and you have to follow such kind of procedure. So, sleeping at every day at certain time is very important and it will be playing a major role. On certain time we'll be getting a sleep without any not so much without any alarm or something like that. So you'll be having okay I'm feeling sleeping like that you'll be feeling and you'll be going and you'll be sleeping. When you somewhat habituated or when you train your body, when you train your mind, then only it will be coming and it will be hitting in your mind. So and also before 2 hours while going to bed and before going to sleep you avoid the blue light. Blue light in the sense it will be coming from our phones, it will be coming from our laptops, some kind of screens. So for that, if you really wanted to work and it is very important to work in front of screens, so you have to go through another procedure, something like buying a blue light reflecting glasses. It will be helping in one way. So it is very better to avoid the screen time somewhat. It is very better to avoid phones and mobiles before 2 hours while you are going to bed. Daytime will be rarely feeling that we'll be getting a sleep. So why? Because the light will be going into our eyes and it will be sensing from our mind and somewhat it will be sending an information that it is daytime we have to not to sleep like that. Some kind of function will be running in our background. Coming to night when it is very dark or when it is somewhat where everything is quiet and cool, then it will be feeling to sleep. In that way it will be good. So try to set somewhat a sleeping time and wake up time in between. Try to somewhat calculate what is the time in between. It is sufficient for me or not. Like that you analyze yourself. And nothing somewhat for improving your quality of sleep. There are some kind of things. Something like you have to keep your room dark. Dark in the sense maybe if you are having habit of at least having a small light, okay, go through it. But if you keep your room or if you keep your place very dark, you'll be getting somewhat easy sleep. And also cool. Cool in the sense not that much cool. Something like it is better to keep 18 to 16 degrees somewhat. In that way, it will be somewhat cool and you will be your body will be cool and you will be getting in sleep. From afternoon onwards, something like at 12 o'clock, at 12 o'clock noon, you have to stop taking caffeine or something like that. So it will be very good. Maybe this caffeine will be affecting sleep and quality of sleep. It will be very good if you somewhat avoid all these things. And also, before going to bed, just spend certain time, like take a paper, take a book, and making a note something what I had done today, what happened, what are the good things I had done at one side, what are the bad things, what I will not do. So I have to focus on it and I have to work upon it. Like that, you will be having like that. You will make a note like that. It is will be very good. And also, there will be such kind of persons before going to bed. They will be reading books. That is also a good habit. Why? Because you will be getting a knowledge, and also while reading, you will be getting slight sleep, and you can sleep very good. So in that way, it will be very good. If you're having some kind of any problems or taking sleep, yeah, it is better to consult a doctor. So rather than focus on other things, maybe these things will not work out for them. So another thing for wake up at design at a time. So maybe if you wanted to wake up at morning and all these things if you are feeling in that way, somewhat some kind of procedure is there. The procedure is somewhat at before sleeping you have to somewhat sit on the floor in prayerful position and you have to somewhat inhale and exhale in a rhythmic way. It will be somewhat it will be very cool and your mind will be very attentive to somewhat what is the information you are going to give like that it will be thinking and then you think about the time which you wanted to wake up like that you set an alarm for night to sleep and also for morning for wake up in that way it will be good. There is some kind of tips and some kind of procedure which you can follow to somewhat sleep fast. There are some kind of things and some kind of tips. The tips are you can follow somewhat 478 breathing technique or breathing method. It will be helping you and it will be the major and the concept is about somewhat when you do this procedure, your mind, your body will relax and it will go into relaxation state. Automatically, you will feel to somewhat sleep. This way, it will be very helpful. And the procedure is you have to inhale with your nose for 4 seconds. After inhaling, somewhat you have to hold the breath for 7 seconds. It will be very good. Just try it on yourself. And then exhale it slowly from your mouth for 8 seconds and repeat this process 4 to 5 times. Then automatically your body will relax, and somewhat your mind also will be relaxed, and you will get a sleep. So in this way you can do and you can work upon it. And also another tip and another thing is somewhat avoid taking caffeine or heavy meal at night. Why? Because at night somewhat you have to take light food and you have to avoid caffeine. Caffeine is not night. Before 6 hours you going to sleep, you have to avoid the caffeine like tea, coffee, or some other things, energy drinks or something like that. Do all these things, you can sleep fast and it will be very good. Another thing is somewhat follow a sleeping routine. Sleeping routine in the sense, if I'm somewhat planning to sleep from today night from 9 o'clock, then I have to stick with 9 o'clock every day. If I'm sleeping 9 o'clock one day, 10 o'clock one day, 11 o'clock one day, and 12 o'clock one day, and repeating 9 o'clock one day, 10 o'clock one day, 11 o'clock one day. Like that, you do not say. So, somewhat you have to follow certain routine. If you are possible to sleep at 10 o'clock, you have to stick with 10 o'clock and you have to sleep in that way. It will be very good. In that sleeping routine, it will be helping. And also, as I told, reading book is very good and it will be helping you. Also, you'll be getting a knowledge. Also, you'll be getting tired or something like that to sleep. So, you'll be sleeping in that way. And also, avoiding the blue screens like TV, the phone, mobile phone, and also laptop. From the blue light, you should have to protect yourself from the blue light. From this way, if you do all these things, it will be very good. So try to take enough sleep and try to have a quality of sleep and intake the food and focus of the food which you have been taking. So day by day it was changing and somewhat updating. We are updating like that, you may think, but we have to follow such kind of procedure. If we are intaking of food in this way, what will happen? Okay, junk food. Why it is important? Okay, it is for tasty, it is good, but it is healthy or not? Just to focus. Someone will be having a better idea than me. So you focus on that and you work upon it. Definitely you'll be somewhat going to and you'll be experiencing some kind of things and just try it. So I hope by this video you got some kind of information and you will learn something from me. So if you really somewhat wanted to share anyone this video who wanted, just share it. And also thank you for listening. See you in next video.